All right, let's get to it. As always, we want to start off with a little homemade hand sanitizer to make sure we're clean. Get it on there real good. So, today, Newark identified three major hotspots in the city where they noticed coronavirus is spreading. So far, we got 26 cases of coronavirus in the city. Now, these neighborhoods are Bloomfield Ave to Verona and Lake Street to Route 21, Springfield Ave to West Market Street, and MLK to South 12th Street. I think that's like new community right there. Clinton Ave and Irvin Turner to South 12th Street. So here we go. All this that blacks ain't getting it, those are black neighborhoods where that sparked up at. If I'm wrong, let me know. All right. I wasn't raised here in Newark, but I've been out here for some time. So now we got to be careful. We got to be vigilant. In these neighborhoods, if you live in these neighborhoods, this is what the mayor is saying. This is what Ross is saying. Saying don't visit relatives, right? Because, we're not really trying to lock down. We're really just trying to have a vacation from work and, kind of try to stay safe. But, so don't visit. So I know everybody want to jump in their car and go visit. And here's the thing. If they don't blunt this curve, everything's going to get more restrictive, right? So even though now you got supermarkets open and gas stations open and this and that, eventually those things are going to be closed. It'll be supermarket brought to your house by the National Guard. They're going to roll up in the neighborhood with basic needs: toilet paper, canned chili, and a bottle of water, and go back in the fucking house. That's what it's going to get to. So they say, don't visit your relatives if you live in those neighborhoods, right? And you shouldn't be visiting anybody anyway. You kind of want to lock down, stay within your family group that you're living with, and avoid everybody else. Because if you guys are good and somebody in your family's not across town, then now you're just going to bring that infection back to everybody who was previously good and defeat the purpose of the lockdown, right? You want to give enough time so we can find out who's sick, right? So usually symptoms start manifesting after 4 or 5 days. So this lockdown is really just to give enough time for people to say, oh, I got it, it's me. So you have all the if it's me's raising their hand, and then we could pluck them out of the community, identify clusters and hotspots, go in there, clean that up, keep everybody else away. So as we trickle people back into society, we don't have such a crazy outbreak, right? We can kind of blunt it, right? So, don't visit your family. Don't be selfish. Stay in the house. They also say don't walk dogs when you see other people out there. So if you're in that neighborhood and you got a dog, if you're lucky enough to have if you're in a house with a backyard or something, let the dog run around the backyard. If you have to walk the dog around the neighborhood, they want you to be vigilant. And if you see a bunch of people outside, just don't go out. Wait until there's less people. Don't go outside. Don't walk your dog with other people. All right. And they say don't go for walks. So before, at the start, they're like, hey, just don't go to work. Only essential businesses are going to be open, but you can go for a walk. You can go to the park for exercise. You could walk the dog. Just practice social distancing, keep 6 feet away. But now, as a hotspot is identified, they're whittling that back. Also, all Essex County parks are closed. So I seen the reports coming out of Italy and what the Chinese said about how their lockdown is not restrictive enough, and that's how come they're not seeing any drop in in new cases. Their lockdown is ineffective. I seen the governor mention that, not in so many words, but he did mention San Francisco, what he saw with San Francisco's lockdown, with everybody out in the waterfront, stretched out and, jogging together and holding hands and playing frisbee, and, people just hugged up and really just having a vacation from work and out there just living their best life, mixing and mingling, right? And he said he didn't want that for this state. So you see, the parks are closed. And I actually was looking forward to, going to the park. Even though I knew, and I was kind of conflicted with that, I said, maybe I won't go to the park. Maybe I'll just walk around the neighborhood in lieu of that. But, Weekway Park over here has a nice walking path. It's rubberized, so it's a little better on your feet, and you got the lake and you got the trees, and I thought it would be nice. But now I see they shut down the park, so no park, no going hanging out in the park. So right now we got 26 cases. We have some hot spots in the city. So this is the state of Newark, New Jersey right now. So far within the city, from what I've seen, and I really haven't been moving around the city too tight, I've seen people with, face masks on, but not nearly enough. When I go to the ShopRite over here in the hillside next door, I probably see 1%, between 1 to maybe 5% of the people with masks on. I've yet to see any of the ShopRite workers with masks on. The cashiers, a lot of them no gloves. I haven't seen one cashier or ShopRite worker with a mask on, which is ridiculous because everybody's going there. And as I said in other videos, coronavirus lives in ShopRite. Coronavirus lives in Walmart. I want to go to ShopRite. I wanted to get some ginger. I forgot to get ginger, but I don't think I'm going because right now is I'm quite sure everybody named Mother is up in them spots, and I don't think I'm going. There is a little African grocery store over on, I believe that's Chancellor Avenue. No, on Lyons. I might dip in there because they might have some good ginger. They also might have some African cayenne, which I hear is good. So I just got up, so my voice is a little nasally or whatever. But so far I'm good. So far no symptoms, no nothing. I tell you what, with this virus going around, I'm a lot more in tune with my body, with every little sensation and feeling and anything. And I had felt a little tickle in the back of my throat, and I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? I started tripping. Don't trip out. I'm gonna produce another video. One of our officials was talking about how everybody's gonna get it. I don't like that, and so we'll talk about that, and maybe as more people start to watch my content, I'll go live and we can have a good conversation here in Newark about what's going on and you know, what you guys are seeing. You know, like and comment if you like the content, and be vigilant out there. Stay off them streets. Hopefully, you got everything you need. You don't need to be out there in those streets because Corona is out them doors.